Challenging tasks is just part of being an entrepreneur and part of running a business. But what are we going to do about it? How are you going to make it a little bit easier so it takes a lot less time and is a lot more fun and you can actually do it so you don't get caught up in all these challenging tasks so you can really grow and run your business? Hey there, I'm Misty Ratford, a brain engineer for entrepreneurs, and here to help you reduce procrastination and focus on what's most important so that way you can have more fun, grow your business with more ease, and do it all in less time. Okay, so we are going to discuss three steps to really help you deal with and overcome challenging tasks. The first one is you've got to develop a growth mindset. Okay. Carol Dweck, a psychologist in Stanford University, discovered what makes a person successful. And by far, over talent, over IQ, like none of the other things matter. The only thing that matters is whether you have a growth or a fixed mindset. Growth mindset is always looking to grow, always looking to become better, always thinking that there is more room for opportunity for me to become better at this, versus fixed mindset thinks the way it is the way I'm always going to be. So this task is challenging for me. It is always going to be challenged. Versus someone with the growth mindset knows that like I can learn this and I can be able to figure it out. Now, there's a lot more to growth mindset, and I actually have a whole playlist on videos on growth mindset. So I'm not going to go a lot deeper in it, but I will connect that playlist right here below so you can just click on it and learn a lot more if you haven't watched those videos yet. But one of the big things I want to take away from growth mindset in regards to challenges is how people with a growth mindset use a challenge as an opportunity to learn and grow instead of running away from it. It's almost as if they want challenges. They purposely put themselves in challenging situations so that way they learn and grow more. So even if you didn't purposely put yourself in this situation, if you have a growth mindset, you look at it as an opportunity instead of as a blockage, instead of as something that is going to make it challenging for you. So you've step number one, got to develop that growth mindset. Now, step number two is you need what's called a short-term strategy. You need something to help you right now be able to figure this out right now. So this you're like want to do a new launch and you're changing like things with like a timer and your website or something else, like you're doing something new and you need help right now because like this launch has to go out tonight. Like you can't, like you need something to be able to help you right now, or you're trying to like file your taxes and like you're not sure exactly how to figure this thing out. Like you need to do this now, today, tomorrow. Like it doesn't have time to wait. For that, you need a short-term strategy. You need some sort of like hack, some sort of tip, some sort of something to be able to help you. So short-term strategies is anything that is short-term that will help you right now. Many times this could be something simply as like splitting it into smaller tasks. So if you're, let's say, overwhelmed by this challenging task of planning a launch, you split it into smaller tasks that need to happen for this launch to happen. So splitting it into smaller tasks is a big one. Having an accountable partner or a friend to help you is a big one. Sometimes a short-term strategy is simply a timer to just tell me, putting on a timer for 45 minutes, I'm putting my phone in the other room and I am just sitting down here and putting my head down and I am just going to do the work. Sometimes it is hiring someone to help you. Sometimes it's simply going to a different place to go and do it. So go to Starbucks or some sort of cafe to really do it, and makes it a whole lot more fun. It's some sort of short strategy to help you be able to figure it out right now. But that is not where you want to stop. You want to move on to step number 3. Even after you've completed this challenging task, you want to move on to step number 3 so it is no longer a challenge. And that is, you want to take a few moments to figure out what part of this task was a challenge. What part of this task was a challenge? Most tasks that you do have many, many little tasks in it. Even if you have to send an email, there are many parts to it. You have to like figure out what you want to say. You have to formulate your thoughts. You have to get the right email address, right? There's many different aspects to actually just being able to send email. So take this challenging task and take a few moments to figure out what part of this task was a challenge. And then you want to come up with a solution to solve that specific challenge. Okay. Now, usually this challenge is related to a cognitive function. So if you haven't yet taken the cognitive function assessment, I'm going to suggest you do that right below. I'm going to link it. It's the cognitive function assessment. It's an assessment. It will take you about 10 minutes that goes through all of the 28 thinking skills. And you will see very clearly how strong, weak you are with each one of the 28 thinking skills. This task was a challenge for you because one of your 28 thinking skills is weak. You can take this assessment and see which one of those thinking skills are weak in comparison to the task, to the part of the task of the challenge. And that is the problem that you want to solve. When you improve that thinking skill, the actual core reason as to why this task was a challenge, and you improve it, you come up with a solution for that thinking skill, this task will no longer be a challenge because that thinking skill has been solved. Does that make sense? So what you are going to do now is you're going to take the assessment right below. Next time you have a challenging task, you're going to develop a growth mindset. You are going to find some sort of short strategy to help you figure it out. And then you are going to figure out what part of the task was a challenge and compare it to the cognitive function assessment. Start right now. Take the cognitive function assessment right below. Take it so that way you can help yourself actually solve the core issue as to why you are having certain tasks be really, really challenging. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye for now.